beyond national level and includes international academic cooperations with outstanding diplomatic.
I believe Iran would benefit from fully drawing on the activism of civil society. Of course, unleashing the potential of civil society means accepting its diversity of views, even when these views might seem challenging to authorities. Social activism and critics should never be conflated with the national security and seen as a threat to the society or the state. Many other countries with strong Islamic traditions have in this way found a path to complying with international standards, for instance, on the use of corporal punishment or the death penalty, while remaining true to their Islamic identity and values. I welcome the efforts by Iran's judiciary to prevent the execution of juvenile offenders, but I encourage further steps to restrict and even abolish the death penalty in law and practice. There might have been more people killed, more difficult. Restricting freedom of expression and suppressing social activism will only set back development and plant the seeds of instability. It is especially important for the voices of Iran's people to be heard during next year's presidential election. That is why I have urged the authorities during my visit at this time to release opposition leaders, human rights defenders, journalists, and social activists to create a condition for free expression and open debate. That is why I urge Iran to uphold its responsibilities as a UN member state and party to Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, and to comply with relevant Security Council resolutions. And I urge all parties in the region to recognize the need to resolve this situation through diplomatic and peaceful means. You have to appreciate, otherwise there might have been more people. Provocative and inflammatory remarks and threats should be avoided by all means and all parties. Under the Charter of the United Nations, all member states have a clear obligation to refrain from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any other state. Every country has a responsibility to exercise maximum restraint and to refrain from any hostile behavior that could inflame tensions and further complicate the search for peace. Let us remember that it was Iran itself, 38 years ago, you have proposed the establishment of a nuclear weapon-free zone in the Middle East.